Hi, welcome to the EverSmart City channel. My name is Sophia Olivas, CEO of EverSmart City.
My name is Mark Anthony, co-founder of EverSmart City. Thanks for joining us today. If it's your first time, make sure to like and subscribe to the video below. If you're joining us again, thank you. We're just going to bring you guys some more heat, some of these more SDG goals that we're in alignment with, kind of tell you more, guys, about EverSmart City and a part of our plan with renewable energy. Sophia, again, is going to kick us off with some of the SDG goals, kind of give you guys
Yep.
a reference of where we're coming from.
Yep. Today's United Nations SDG goal is number 7, which is about affordable and clean energy. And they're ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. And the world is making progress towards this goal with encouraging signs that energy is becoming more sustainable and widely available. And access to electricity in poorer countries have begun to accelerate and become energy efficient. And those efficiencies continue to improve. And renewable energy is making impressive gains in the electricity sector. More focused attention is still needed to improve access to clean and safe cooking fuels and technologies for over 3 billion people, to expand the use of renewable energies beyond the electricity sector and to increase electrification in the sub-Saharan Africa. So some quotes that the UN came out with, not quotes, statistics, is that 13% of the global population still lacks access to modern electricity. And over 3 billion people still rely on wood, coal, charcoal, and animal waste for cooking and heating. And this has greatly impacted health in those areas that still rely on those methods for breathing in and living within that soot. All right, Mark, share with us how EverSmart
Absolutely.
City.
So, knowing that EverSmart City is going to be in the Phoenix metro area, one of the ways that we're going to implement renewable energy is soaking up all of Arizona's sun, since it's so abundant and plentiful. Uh, in other markets and other cities, we'll be able to use other sources of renewable energy like geothermic energy, biomass, potentially hydropower. Here in Phoenix, we have the amazing opportunity of having sun 365 days a year. So we're going to be implementing solar all over the community, from covered parking. Covered parking, even they have even in Dubai right now, solar panels that are in shapes of palm trees that rotate and move with the sun. That can even be retrofitted to be rapid chargers for plug-in vehicles or electric vehicles. Implementing some of these newer technologies, as well as solar panels on top of roofs that even not just collect energy or the photovoltaic energy, but also a dehumidifier, and pulls the humidity out of the air and stores it and filters it to be able to be used for gray water recycling, or even potentially drinking water. All these initiatives are essentially to create a self-sustaining environment, a self-sustainable community where we can create affordable energy, in terms of we're going to be able to provide and create and generate enough energy for the community to have, as well as store it in excess for backup. Being able to provide cheap and affordable energy and clean energy to the business owners and tenants of the community, to help lower pretty much their expenses or their cost of living, to help them improve their quality of life and be able to focus more on some of the things that they're trying to do with their businesses, and less on electricity bills, especially here in Arizona, where in the summer times electricity bills can go from $400 to $800 a month. Probably similar in places in colder climates in the winter. Crazy electric bills. um, we're going to be able to offset a lot of these electric costs by just taking advantage of all the solar and renewable energy here that we have available to us, to make it more for the cost of living all around. Um, some of the other notes I have here are that right now it is more affordable now than ever for solar. Prices have gone down over the last 40 years, over 99% of solar. So it's becoming more um, standard. Years ago, solar was kind of still a future technology. Now it's extremely more common, globally, more accessible and cheaper to gain access to. Before, solar wasn't always, uh, you know, let's just say it was expensive before. Now it's becoming a lot more affordable. Not even including some of the state subsidies and government grants and tax credits alone. So our biggest goal is affordability and providing clean energy for when we do expand into further markets, that we're going to be able to be completely self-sustainable, and not need to be reliant on the grid or government municipalities, that we can take care and be self-sustainable and stand alone as a community.
A case use and prove that it's far more lucrative to do business and to develop communities and cities in this manner going forward, and having it be clean energy, and how with the usage of tokenomics to make it extremely lucrative for developers to get involved, and also to be able to likewise provide affordable and clean energy. If you take a look at El Salvador and what they've got going on and all the stuff that they're doing there. We'll go more into it when we talk about other SDGs, as far as how they're using geothermal to mine things like Bitcoin. But what I do want to talk about now with them is that their national electricity production in El Salvador, a good portion of it comes from either hydropower or thermal and geothermal power. So there's a lot of things that we can look at and utilize in many different countries that we can model after. And we can really take a look at things like passive housing. There's also, if you take a look at the earth ships, if you've ever seen the earth ships out of Taos, New Mexico, and what Michael's done over there with that whole community that he's built, and how other people have started branching off on that. There's a way to utilize things such as passive housing, where the construction is, it's comfortable, it's energy efficient for buildings. It also greatly reduces the building's ecological footprint. And that's just by using the indoor air quality and the outdoor air quality to come in, so that it doesn't have to be recycled as much. So there's a lot of different technological advances that are coming up. Any more you want to say about that?
Sorry, guys, playing with the mute button, but yeah, absolutely. And guys, we love having these conversations and learning more, and just geeking out about tech, and just learning about all these different not capabilities, all these different technologies that are out there. So, guys, please join us in this conversation. We have a Discord group. Just the link should be right down here. We'd love to meet you guys, talk to you guys, and start to expand on this conversation, and continue to educate people. That's one of the biggest things that we love to do about EverSmart, and that we're going to be doing in our communities, is really showcasing these technologies, teaching people, as well as increasing their awareness and understanding of the things that we're learning, so people can begin to make better decisions in their life, and to create freedom and abundance in their lives. So Sophia pulled up some cool stats.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these from the United Nations. 759 people lack access to electricity, and 3 out of 4 of those 759 million people, they live in sub-Saharan Africa. I know where we're building the smart city in Arizona, as you drive around throughout the city at night, there's portions of the city that are dark. And in the daytime, you come to realize that those are the Native American reservations. So the indigenous people that, yeah, that not even they tend to have full on access. So that's even in a first world country, in a developed nation. even having issues with that. And yeah, that's like the one I really want to take in. And the one that I talked about earlier is that a third of the world's population are still using like wood, coal, charcoal, animal dung to fuel their cooking, and the health, the impact of health that goes with that. What we could do even for children, for women that are pregnant, and for the, in general, it's something that um, we can eliminate a lot of costs right there by eliminating health bills, by just making sure that they've got natural gas, solar where applicable, geothermal, passive housing, wind. There's a lot of places that are in windy areas, and they're not utilizing wind power yet. So my name is Sophia Olivas. Thank you for joining the EverSmart City, where technology enhances human experience.